welcome back to another weekly vlog. This week we are entering week 6 of marathon training. So for anybody that's new here, I'm currently training for the Manchester Marathon 2025, which is on April the 27th. This is my first ever marathon and this will be the longest that I have ever run. So today we are on Monday, start of the week is Monday today, and what I've got on today is a gym session, and the gym session it's a bit of strength training to just support the runs that I'm doing, to look after my body. At the minute, I'm just aiming for 2 gym sessions a week, and then I do 3 runs a week, and the other 2 days are rest days. The only thing that I tend to do on those days is walk the dog. So that was an accidental introductory thing, but if you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back from watching another weekly vlog, thank you. Week 6, let's get into it. I think it's week 6. I'm sure it's week 6. I'm sure it was week 5. Yeah, it is week 6. Me and numbers just don't mix, so but yeah, it's week 6 of marathon training. I think this week is 14 weeks to the marathon, which doesn't sound that long, but it is. I've got time. I haven't even gotten into the really long runs yet, so I just cannot whinge or be scared yet because I'm not quite into the thick of it just yet. Welcome to Tuesday, week 6 of marathon training, and on the plan today we have got 6 miles steady. So I'm going to try and take that nutter. I don't know how he's going to work. We've done one run before. I'm just going to pray for the best and hope that it works out. He should be fine. I should be fine. There's only one way to find out. Okay, that was absolutely bonkers. So much fun, wasn't it? I would have had a 10k PB had I kept going. It was below 9:30 minute miling. But I mean, but then I feel like had I got a PB it would have been cheating because he was carrying me through as if I was a sleigh that he was pulling. It was giving Rudolph. But oh my god, I feel so happy. I love him so much. He's such a good dog. He was so happy to just be on that run with me. And for a spaniel that doesn't like to walk in a straight line, he did a pretty good job. He didn't really cut across me. He kind of stayed. When he would wander and I'd get him to go back to the other side and he would stay there. Just such a good boy, and we do not deserve dogs. But yeah, that was really, really fun. I don't know. I can't explain how I felt. I kind of felt like a bit of a kid, when it's just fun. It was just, yeah, I don't know. You can probably tell how happy I am. It was just what I needed today. And he is pooped.
Do I have something there or is sriracha? I think it's just sriracha. Any sauce?
No thanks. We've got sriracha mayo.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Prynhawnda, good afternoon. Welcome to Wednesday, hump day, as some might call it. I am just popping to the gym on my lunch break because somebody didn't get up at the time they said they were going to get up today. Just, sharing the truth. But yeah, today is my second session of the week, so that's almost 2 out of 2 done. And that's what I just try and remember when I'm kind of struggling to motivate myself to go. I just think you've only got to go twice a week, and also it's what's supporting my body in running all of these miles. One day I'm not going to be able to, well, maybe one day I won't be able to move like I move today, or have the energy that I have right now to move how I want to move, if that makes sense. What? I think sitting on these stairs like makes me think, I don't know what it is, I just seem to come out with stuff when I'm sat here. But yeah, I'm going to pop to the gym now, get my strength training workout in, which when you actually say strength training is probably not really a lot of strength training, but what I like to call supporting my body to train for a marathon training. Gym session done, time to head home and get back to work, have some lunch, get back to work. Why do I look like death every time I come on here? You know, like parents say, I don't know the last time that I enjoyed a meal to myself, and I'm honestly, I'm not taking away from that because I don't know what it's like to be a parent. I don't have children. However, I imagine this to be the version of, I don't remember the last time I enjoyed a meal by myself, but it's enjoying a snack. So I've got apple and blueberries, and honestly, who is next to me? Yeah. Go. And do you want a blobe? You want a blobe? Honestly, he will eat anything. But yeah, I'm just convinced, like, that's my version of don't know the last time I enjoyed a snack by myself. But he's so worth it, look at it. I can't not share with him, can I? Also, we're coming on to 20 to 5 and it's still light outside. It's still light outside. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I like, okay, I know we've still got a month and a half of winter, but the end is near. Do you know what it is about winter? That's the only thing that I despise, is the shorter amount of daylight you get. I don't care about being cold. I don't mind any of that. I don't even mind it being like darker a little bit earlier, but it's so hard to fit in things when you're reduced to like, I actually can't complain because I have it very easy and I'm very lucky with my lifestyle and how things kind of work out. But just on a light note, so obviously I have got a light on, but the sun has not fully gone down yet. Welcome to Thursday. I have got 7 miles to run today, so I'm going to do it. I can't decide if I'm going to do it on my lunch break or do it after work and just finish, because I was going to start a bit earlier and then I can finish a bit earlier. Anyway, I'm very lucky to be able to choose like that what time I go. So, like I said, I've got 7 miles study to do. So I'm just making a bit of breakfast. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my friend put me onto it and it's so good. Peanut butter and honey on a bagel. So nice. Like when she first said it, I was like, don't know. Because I'm a bit plain with my food sometimes. But it's actually really good and it works really well. So if you haven't tried it, try it. But yeah, and then the big boy this week is 15 miles on Saturday. So that'll be interesting. That'll be the longest I've ever ran in my life. Yeah, marathon training is just bonkers. It's crazy. But it's fun, but it's great. It's like proving yourself so wrong. But it's also a thing of like, can I do this? But then you do it and it's like, oh, I can do it. And then the distance gets longer and you're like, can I do this? So it's a roller coaster, but as I keep saying, this is what I signed up for, and I'm trying to enjoy the process as well and not get too caught up in it, as in like putting pressure on myself, getting caught up in it, and just trying to enjoy it, because I don't know if I'll train from, sign up for a marathon again after this. This could be my one and only time that I ever do it. I don't know. So I'm just trying to enjoy it, embrace it, all of it. Okie dokie. Prynhawn again. I am about to head out for my 7-mile steady run. I just filmed a little clip then, and I was basically saying, like, today I'm very much in the mindset of I don't want to do this run. The thoughts of like, why do I put myself through this? Why have I chosen this as my hobby? Blah 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 blah. There's other hobbies I could choose that are indoors and it doesn't require me stepping outside. However, I get to leave my house and go for a run, and that is such a blessing. And you might be like cringing and thinking, oh, there's no way you'll, that kind of positive about it all the time. And I'm not. As I said, I have like had to force my brain into thinking that today. Even as I stand here and say that to you now, there is a part of me that doesn't want to go on this run. But I get to go on this run, and that's the important thing. And it's so easy to get caught up in I don't know, I just think things we take for granted. I think like it's easy to take running for granted, the fact that I get to run. It's easy to take that for granted, and I do take it for granted. But just if you were needing a bit of a push or something that might spur you on when you need it, you might not want to, but you get to, and that is a huge, huge, huge blessing that you get to. I hope that makes sense. Do you know what it is? I think before I go and do something, before I go for a run, I have to give myself these pep talks, because otherwise I just risk not getting out the door. So I'm all nervous, but it's fine. I'm going to get out and do my 7 miles, and I'm going to feel so much better for getting it done. Seven-mile study done. I was trying to kind of push for a 10k PB, but it didn't happen, I don't think, which is fine, because I'm not really meant to be getting PBs on steady runs. But yeah, as I said earlier, I didn't want to go out, but I went out, and I'm glad I did. I feel so much better for it. Do not let the winter misery stop you from getting outside, because you need, like, the fresh air helps, the sunlight, I know there might not be a lot of it, but the sunlight helps. Just getting out from the house helps, and it makes a world of difference. Happy Friday. Just out on a walk with Maxie. Nice to get a bit of fresh air, to be honest. It's so cold at the minute that I don't want to get up in the morning. I don't want to leave the house. Motivation is depleting, is that the right word? it's going down when it needs to be going up. But I'm holding on. The sun is going to start setting. No, I know that it's going to start rising before 8 AM by the end of this month. We're halfway through this month. Yesterday I was watching the sunset and it was still like light outside at like 20 to 5, so we're getting there. For anybody based in the UK, we're getting there. And then February is such a short month that it doesn't really count. But tomorrow I've got 15 miles to run, so that's the kind of main event of this week. Questioning how I'm going to get through that, but it's only 2 miles more than what I've already ran, which is a half marathon. So that's the kind of beauty of this training plan, is you build it up week by week. So it's 15 miles this week. Next week I've got the Chepstow half marathon race, and then I think the week after that is just 2 10-milers in the week, because I've got my best friend's hen do that weekend, and I can't remember further than that. Oh, actually, is that, I think it might be 16 miles then, the weekend after that or the week after that. So it's all like a gradual build up, and each time it's like, oh well, it's only a mile more than what I've already done. And that's how I kind of convince my brain that I'm able to do it, and then I surprise myself and I do it and I'm like, oh, on to the next. So yeah, I don't know why I'm getting so out of breath, but I am nervous for it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. The hardest part I've found about winter training is hydrating for those longer runs, because you do it in the build up to, in the couple of days before, but where I'm cold and then the water's cold, woe is me completely. But I struggle to actually reach for the water. I feel like you're not like naturally reaching for it because you're not hot. First world problems, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see how we go tomorrow. My sister and my brother-in-law's sausage dogs are coming to stay for the weekend as well. So Sunday I will literally just be lying on the sofa doing nothing. So that's what I'll have to look forward to. I forgot to say as well that today is my rest day. So on rest days, the only thing I'll do is walk max, because it's like low intensity. But yeah, other than that, today I am trying to sit as much as possible because I've got the run tomorrow, so I'm just trying to give myself like as much rest as I possibly can. But today I'm trying my best to... Why is it like when you need to carb load, it's actually hard to eat? Like what? I think... No, I don't know actually. I was going to say I think it's because you have to eat certain foods, but like the foods that I'm eating, I enjoy those foods. But for some reason, because I have to eat them, it's like my brain is like, nope, don't want. But I'm trying my best to eat as much as I possibly can today. That's not going to give me a funny belly on the run. It's all trial and error, trial and success, trial and error, trial and success. It's very much like that. So you join me as I make my favourite and reliable, usually, broccoli and cheese pasta. If you know, you know. No, I'm meaning that in terms of if you've watched any of my other videos before. My brother-in-law was laughing at me because there was one video where I was like, this is how you make the cheese and broccoli pasta. But it is a really simple recipe. and I have a very sensitive belly, as I think most people do, and most people who run do. So I have learnt the lesson after many a time to watch what I eat the night before, basically. You can't see him, but I have got a little Max waiting for some broccoli because he loves broccoli. And that's what I'm chopping, in case you couldn't tell. So, yeah, just making my trusted pasta. It's just, you don't want to mix it up too much the night before a long run. The day before a long run, should I say. It's probably the one thing that I dislike about running, is you have to be really careful with your long runs. But other than that, I mean, I don't know how, like the hardest geezer, how did he was doing like half marathons every single day, and I just think, how did you do it? Because every time I do a long run, I have to mentally psych myself up for it. I have to make sure I'm eating the right foods the day before. I have to make sure I've hydrated. So yeah, want some broccoli? Come here then. Good boy. Honestly, he loves broccoli so much. Is that nice?
It was a ruse to get her out of the apartment.
Which makes me wonder, it's a buyer's market right now for newspapers. If you really wanted one, you could anywhere.
What are you getting?
I think you came back for me.
You're adorable.
Oh, I'm serious. What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
15-mile steady run today. Let's go. Four in, 11 to go. Feeling alright, feeling good. See how we go. I'm gonna have a gel now. 6 down, 9 to go. Halfway. 10 miles done. Had to stop off for a toilet. 12 miles, 3 to go. Less than a park run to go. 13 miles done, 2 to go, including the dreaded hill. 14 down, final mile to go. 15 miles done, my longest ever run. Week 6, run 3, Manchester Marathon training, done. Tobes. Alright, I tried to film then and Toby would not stop squeaking that ball, so I'll try it again. I have been rotting on the sofa basically all afternoon. Once I got back from my run, I had like the leftover pasta that I had from yesterday, and then I've just been trying to make sure that I eat, because believe it or not, after a run, that's something that I sort of not forget to do. I never actually forget to eat because I love food and I'm always hungry, but there's just something about after a run, I'm always a bit like, I'm not necessarily wanting food straight away, so I'm just yeah, so been eating, hydrating, resting, did a little bit of stretching as well. I'm feeling it a little bit in my ankles and I'm not really sure why, but it kind of makes me panic a little bit because I'm like, oh god, is there a problem? But then I just think, no, I've just run the longest distance that I've like ever ran before. So I think it's something to monitor if it keeps happening, but like I just gotta take a chill. Yeah, we're looking after we're looking after my sister and brother-in-law's dogs, 2 little sausage dogs. So we've literally just all been on the sofa cushion because Josh has been nursing a hangover. But we're popping out this evening to go to our friend's mum's birthday party. So that'll be nice. That's why I'm looking a bit more presentable than usual. I'm not going out in my dressing gown, I just haven't got changed yet because I'm wearing black. So I'm just trying to leave it to the very last minute because black clothing and dogs just do not go hand in hand. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking forward to a rest day tomorrow. Take the dogs out for a walk, but that's as far as it'll go for me. Feeling like pretty accomplished after that run today because it was hard. It's just, yeah, it's all in your head, isn't it? And it's using different tactics. So that run today, I was thinking, well, it's only 2 miles more than what I've done before, like I'll be fine. And it was the last kind of 2 miles, I knew exactly where it would end and where it would sort of, where I'd get to the 2 miles and then where those 2 miles would end, so that sort of helped. I also did like a loop circuit rather than going out and coming back, because that's what I used to do a lot of the time, and I still do, to be honest, with a lot of my runs. But I think with the longer runs, mentally doing the loop just helps break it up a little bit rather than running all, you know, so say today it would have been 7.5 miles one way, and then if I'd ran back it just would have been really boring. That's what works for me anyway. But yeah, feeling very grateful that I'm able to be oh, it's about to start again, able to be training for a marathon. Like it's amazing, it's fun, it's hard, but I'm enjoying it so far. Come on then. Welcome to Sunday. We were just out walking the dogs. Feeling actually alright considering I ran 15 miles yesterday. Didn't feel too bad. It was a bit achy this morning, but no, not too bad. What a poach. So that's another week kind of finished. Another week of marathon training comes to an end, which is mental. Next week we go on to week 7 of marathon training. I was looking at how many like really long runs I have to do, and it's only actually 6 that I've got to do in my plan. So that's my level of delusion that's get me through. It's only a couple of long, like really long runs I've got to do. But no, yesterday was crazy. Like I know it's only 2 miles more than what I've run before, but it just was such a, almost like a thing to myself that like, okay, maybe I can do this. And maybe my body is capable. Maybe I am strong enough to get through this, you know, all of that pep talky stuff. I was just like amazed by it, and as I said, I know it's only 2 miles extra than what I've done before, but I think when you sign up for things that you haven't done before, there's always going to be that bit of doubt in you, and I think that's natural. And I think it's almost a bit like your brain is trying to protect you, because it's like, oh, I don't want you to, you know, get hurt and feel shame. We've tried we tried this before and it didn't work out and that was so embarrassing and we felt so shit about it, that kind of thing. So don't be afraid to try things, don't be afraid to fail, you know, because majority of the time you're actually so much more capable than you let yourself believe, and it's okay to fail, it's okay to thrive. This is all part of like being a human, isn't it? So I just think life is too short to not try the things that you want to do. Running a marathon was always on my bucket list, but it was never something I thought I would do. It was always like a, you know, one day I'll do it. And sometimes that day just never comes. You know, for example, skydiving is on my bucket list and I definitely put it off because it scares the living hell out of me. So it's a bit like that. But anyway, this week's highs and lows. I'd say just the lows again is the motivation in getting out in this weather and this, like, it's just permanently grey at the minute. There is hardly any sunshine. At least it's not raining, but it's hard to motivate yourself to get out when it's dark, it's cold, it's grey, sometimes windy. But again, like, I can't complain. Have I got any other lows? I'd say then Friday I was very scared about the run on Saturday and it was difficult to convince my brain that I wasn't in danger and I was safe and everything was going to be fine. My brain was like kind of trying to think of ways to stop the long run from happening, and I think that's natural again, but yeah, I think that's all part of the journey as well, is kind of getting stronger with fighting back on the doubt when it comes to the runs and things like that. So in terms of my highs of the week, definitely that long run, because it just felt like a really big accomplishment for me, and also my run with Max, because that was so much fun. I genuinely just felt like a little kid running with him. Like I felt so free and I can't explain it. I didn't have music on, I was just enjoying the moment completely, and I definitely forget to do that sometimes with life in general, but particularly with runs, because I'm so focused on, you know, getting to the next mile and getting it to the end of the run, making sure that I stay at a good enough pace, you know, on the steady runs, making sure I maintain an easy pace on the longer runs. So it was nice to just enjoy it for what it was. And he also, like, I was flying around with him. So yeah, that was good fun. I think that is pretty much it for this week. We have had just a really lazy Sunday, just chilling with the dogs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and if you have enjoyed it and have enjoyed any of my other videos, please do give it a like and subscribe and comment. Let me know if you're training for anything, if you've just started running, you know, where you are on your running journey, or if you're just watching it for fun. And if you are just watching it for fun, fair play. This is just my outlet and it's really fun to document my runs, because I know that one day I'll want to look back at this and it definitely feels like kind of a big moment in my life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in next week's vlog.